Hello everyone, this is Aaron Fitch from ATF Gaming and welcome back to NASCAR Heat 2 2018 Championship Mode. Today we're going to try to get another 3 races accomplished. Hopefully I don't go completely insane like last stream. Hello to Bragger and James, you guys are the first ones here, and since you are the only ones here right now, I will tell you this. I told Bragger this already, but I am trying to record and stream this at the same time, and I'm just trying to see if any weird lag issues happen. So if there's any excessive lag or anything, just let me know in chat, and I'll stop the recording. Hey, Conrad, welcome to the stream. But yeah, so it's part of my channel update that's gonna come out tomorrow. So be sure to check that out tomorrow, but I just want to see if I can record and stream at the same time. I should be able to, no issues, but just go err on the side of caution, ask you guys to check this out and see how it goes. So how are you three doing today? And those of you who are lurking, feel free to share your feelings as well, I guess. But let's see what we got on the agenda today. We got Pocono. I'm going to move my mic over a little bit. We got Pocono. And then we got Watkins Glen. That should be decent. And then Michigan. So 2 tracks I'll probably go relatively well, I would assume. And then Pocono. So let's recap the standings. We are in the points lead and have the most wins right now. So that's that. The chase standings look as follows. AJ Allmendinger got a win at Daytona last stream, if you didn't recall. And we also have like wrong button there. We have a side mission of getting Mr. Michael McDowell into the top 30 because he won. Oh, I don't even remember where that was. But he won earlier in the season. So we have a side mission of trying to get him up there. But he is on the struggle bus right now. Granted, it's all pretty close, so he'll be fine. Paul Menard's going to move up, so I'm not worried about him. So Ty Dillon's probably the most logical person to look at. So that's where things stand right now. But let's head off to Pocono and see how things go. But yeah, I decided to go a little earlier. I was planning on doing it at 1 o'clock, but since the Xfinity race starts at 3, and plus it's the drivers only broadcast, so I wanted to make sure that I was for sure done at least before 3, preferably a little earlier. That can only go well. Drivers only broadcast at Talladega. That can only go well. But let's make some adjustments for qualifying. And let's see if we can qualify better than our usual, like 35th. 1 second. I'll turn my headphones down a little bit. But yeah, let me know if there's really any lag issues here, because I really am concerned about it. The CPU is not, I'm looking over at the computer instead of driving. The CPU on OBS does not look nearly as bad as I would have expected, so I think it's going to be fine. I'm not anticipating any issues, but if there are issues that arise, be sure to let me know. Oh, James, you're playing competitive Rocket League? That can only go well. It sounds like the plan is to do Rocket League tonight, for John's stream. I'll most likely be there, depends on when I get off of work tonight. As I overdrive turn 1. So it does sound like Rocket League's in the plans for tonight. We haven't done that in a couple weeks, so be sure to get hyped up for that. Oh, frick. Yeah, this is not going to be a good qualifying lap because I've forgotten how to drive Pocono. I have been doing a lot of iRacing testing recently, so my driving skills at slightly less intense games are severely lacking right now.
Okay, where'd that put us?
Dead last. Wow, we haven't done that in a long time. At 2/10. Sheesh. I should have seen where we finished the last Pocono race. That was that was rough. Oh, that was rough. All right, off to the race, starting dead last.
Stay sharp. Green's coming. Nice and smooth here. Only green. Green flag. Green flag.
Oh, sorry to hear that, James. Yeah. Me personally, I've been trying to take as long of a break from Rocket League as possible because that game has been a key source of frustration at times. We're just going to use this high lane here because why not?
Hold your line. Carlo. Hold your line. Clear low.
Bragger, why are you quoting me? Why are you quoting my Summer Car series that happened like 5 months ago?
Stay low. Still there. Hold the bottom. Hold your line.
First the freaking share thing that happened last night, and now me accidentally pressing the wrong keys in my Summer Car. Whatever could be next. I can't believe you even remembered that. I didn't think you watched that series. I didn't think anybody watched that series, honestly. Well, the first episode was pretty entertaining, but everything after that wasn't.
Stay right there.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Trevor. Not really,
You're all
but
clear.
a little bit. Interested to see if they can manage to squeeze Matt Kenseth into the NASCAR Heat 3. A little late into going to try to make a new car, but... Oh, McDowell! No!
Clear off.
Our secret mission!
Yellow's out.
Do I have to pit? Crap. Well, I have no idea whether I need to pit or not, so I'm just going to stay with the AI and hope I'm right. But I just fricked over the one guy we're not supposed to frick over. To be fair, that was completely his fault.
Green's coming.
I was clearly on the inside of him and he pushed me off the track.
Car inside.
That was very clearly his fault.
Keep it right there. Car inside.
Oh, Amarola, why are you going so slow?
Carlo.
But, yeah, that was not good. Also pitting. Yeah, we're fine for this stage, so I'm glad I did not pit. Oh, boy. Well, now he just fricked his teammate over as well.
Caution, caution, caution. Watch for debris.
Well, we're going to pit for repairs now, so. Front Row Motorsports are not happy with us right now, that's for sure.
Stay sharp. Green's coming.
At
Green,
least we
going
suffered
green.
as well.
Here's the green flag.
But yes, be sure to check out my channel update video tomorrow. Lots of cool stuff in the works, lots of changes. I know I just put up a channel update video last week, but I really didn't have any. I was just kind of warning you guys that I wouldn't have many videos this week, but I didn't really have any concrete plans yet, but now I have concrete plans, so be sure to check that out. Also, if you don't already, be sure to follow me on Twitch. Because lots of cool stuff is going to be happening on Twitch. As I wreck for the 3rd time in this race already. I hate Pocono. I really do.
Going green. Still there.
Always hated Pocono in all racing games, honestly. as a track on the NASCAR circuit, I don't mind it, but
Low, low.
as a track in the NASCAR video game, I quite despise it.
Arlo. Low, low.
Oh, we were 3 wide in the tunnel turn. Did not know that. Also, we have extra fuel, so it's very possible we might be able to get a decently timed caution and be able to lap a certain amount of the field. Now, this is one of those tracks that you can somewhat get away with not falling a lap down after a pit stop, so might not work to our full advantage. Again, I'm 3 wide at Pocono. That's never a good idea, really, anywhere on this track.
Clear down low.
Alright, making forward progress now. Finally. And I'm sure once I start making forward progress, everybody's gonna come down pit road and I'm gonna have no idea what I'm doing again. I'm at the Benedetto. I wish it was you that got a win instead of Michael McDowell, but oh well. You can dream. I can dream. You can all dream.
You're hitting your mark. Great lap.
Which is a good song. We Can Dream. I think it's We Can Dream. Or it's You Can Dream. It's either We or You Can Dream. It's by the Texas Tenors. They were an America's Got Talent. I'm just saying all the wrong things today. America's Got Talent act from many years ago that I quite enjoyed.
Car inside.
Can we maybe pass Matt Benedetto? That would be incredibly beneficial for us. There we go. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm incredibly terrified for this Xfinity race tonight with all of the rookies slash people who have not run a super speedway racing. Because it's a Dash for Cash weekend, there's no Cup Series drivers, and the one track that I'm okay with Cup Series drivers being at are the restrictor plate tracks, because you got to learn somehow, and you learn a lot faster by being around people who know what they're doing. And there's pitting right there, so looks like we and that Denny Hamlin possibly are staying out. Trevor Bayne. He's trying to make his voice heard after he got replaced by Matt Kenseth. Welcome back, Brecker. Didn't know you left. Well, I did, because my viewer count went down to 1 across all 3 platforms, and that 1 is me, so I did know you left, actually. But just trying to pull some pit strategy, nothing new here. Well, not really pit strategy, it's just hope a caution comes out at a good time. Because we're going to be about 5 laps short on fuel for this stage, I think.
Leader is pitting.
Yeah, 4 or 5 laps short. So we're going to see if we can lap anybody. And it looks like we're going to lap the back half of the field. We're probably going to end up being exactly where we were on the lead lap, but now a lap ahead of everybody. I again must apologize to Michael McDowell for basically fricking him over. So yeah, not really going to be a huge benefit if caution comes out, because we're just going to have to pit and then fall to 36th. So, I'm going to go 1 more lap here, and then we're going to come in. This is also kind of about setting ourselves up in best shape possible for the final stage. as far as fuel goes, so I might end up stretching it. Yeah, there's only 4 laps. I'm just going to stretch it until we hit 1. No harm in doing that.
Keep it right there.
Oh, good for you, James. Good for you. You're on the same level as Taco almost.
Still there. Car outside.
Oh, Michael McDowell, stop being in bad places. You act like you're a rival because you've been really holding me tight to the bottom. Of all drivers in the Cup Series, you're not one to be that kind of person. In my opinion. Alright. We'll go 1 more lap and then we'll pit. Ah, yes, that time me and Emma combined and everything went horribly wrong in Wreckfest. Alright, James. Hopefully we'll see you later at Johnstream. Oh, Brendan gone, you dirtbag. Crap, that's not good. Don't bring out a caution. Dang it. Frick. That is not what we needed. Granted, I have no idea how that would have turned out had it cycled through, but that is not what we needed. Brendan gone, I was very clearly there, but I guess that's the second time I've had issues going into the tunnel turn where I'm there and they just don't care. Those are rhyming with Aaron's segment, by the way. So I guess they just need to be less aggressive going into the tunnel turn, because obviously that seems to be a trouble spot for the AI. Cole, this inside lane is going so slow. I was about to blame it on Cole Whip, but then I realized he was bumper to bumper with Eric Almirola as well.
Hold your line. Car high. Clear high.
Alright. We're going to try to do this the correct way. Instead of cheating on the high lane, we're going to try to do this the correct way. I'm not going to call Brendan Gaughan a dirtbag anymore, because I actually quite like Brendan Gaughan. However, he does seem to do a lot of stupid things to me in this game.
Still there.
Ty Majescu, the 28th place run, right? Excuse me, 28th place run, that's pretty good.
Hold your line.
Now we also got to make sure AJ Allmendinger stays in the top 20 in points. That's a big issue as well. Or not top 20, top 30. Top 20 is for the Xfinity. I'm dealing with that in my career mode right now. So if Allmendinger falls out of the top 30, then he's out of the chase as well. And that'll put a more competent driver in the chase. No offense to Allmendinger. I'm sure he could have a chance to do quite well if he gets lucky in the chase with the Roval in the first round and then Martinsville in the second round, I think. That was a beautiful corner. That was an absolutely beautiful corner.
Hold your line.
I'm not very good at the tunnel turn, however, I will admit that. But turn 1 was very good that time.
Stay on the bottom. Hold your line.
So again, we're going to be in a situation with, well, this is still the end of the stage, but on stage 3, we're going to be in a situation where I don't know if the AI are going to pit under the stage break. If they do, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to end up attempting to do here, but I guess that's why I have a lap to think about it. Oh god, I just choked on my own spit. Oh god. Alrighty then. But this is basically where we were before all that cycled out, so nothing lost, I guess, but nothing really gained either.
Low. The yellow's out.
Alright, that's the end of the stage. Are they pitting? Are they pitting? They are. We can't make it to the end from here. If I run it out, can I make it to the end? It's gonna be so close, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. We're gonna run to the end of our fuel stint, and hopefully we can make it on one more stop as well. So everybody has one more stop, hopefully. 13 to go, so we'll definitely be able to make it on one more stop. So we just won the pit strategy game, assuming a caution doesn't come out in between the time that I pit and they have to pit. That is the only thing that'll throw a wrench into this. So we have maneuvered the pit strategy game well, as usual. Yeah, I know that is something Chase Elliott would say. Well, not say, but that's something we would say he would say. Well, now that he's tied his dad for most second place finishes before a win, you gotta think he's finally gonna get that win. Oh, Truex getting a run on the high side there. I guess it must have been a little soft on the throttle in that corner. Interesting. We haven't run up front all day today, so I really don't know what this is going to be like. Oh, I left the bottom open. Larson's going to take it. Dang it. Try to get back down in front of Busch. Larson might go for Truex. No, he's going to be smart, unlike me every time I go into tunnel turn. Busch is trying to make a run on me now. That was Blaney behind Busch. I thought it might have been Logano. Oh, there's a turn here. I was looking at the mirror and forgot there was a turn. Oh, Lord. That's an important part of racing at a triangle. Just realizing that there are 3 turns. I thought that might have been Logano because you guys know I'm colorblind, so I can't tell the orange from the yellow. The bright orange from the yellow, or the bright green from the yellow, or whatever it is. But we're falling like a rock right now. We'll try to be smart here in the tunnel turn. I was just about to say I'm going to try to pass Jimmy here, but I've learned that is not a wise course of action in this turn. So we'll set ourselves up for turn 3. Hey, QM Racer, welcome to the stream. Doing well, doing well. How are you doing today? Getting ready for what will end up being a good Xfinity race this afternoon. So I'm streaming a little earlier today. There's a caution. That's going to take all the pit strategy out of it, so that actually helps me. We will not repair. We'll do all the things. Hopefully we don't drop. We do. Dang it! They didn't have to take as much fuel because they pitted later than I did. Well, we no longer are the master of strategy. We should have been, but this game is not very consistent, to say the least. Oh crap, we're 3 wide. Okay, Michael McDowell. We do not want to screw over Michael McDowell again. He's already in a bad spot for points as is. Speaking of points, we haven't gotten any stage points today, so that's also quite concerning. DJ Kennington, please give me room. Freaking DJ Kennington. Okay, I'm just going to say, okay, also AJ Allmendinger was out of the race. That was not my fault. There's no way, shape, or form that was my fault. That was all DJ Kennington running me into the wall. I just have to put that out there. There is no way that is my fault. But now we just made life even harder. We only got 4 laps to try to salvage a halfway decent finish out of all this. Oh, 4 wide, 4 wide, 4 wide. I'm backing out. Dang it. Had to abort the mission there. Freaking Carl Long, if he hadn't been there, I would have been able to go around the outside of everybody. Yeah, and that was a stupid idea right there. Oh, okay.
Stay high, still there. Stay high, still there.
Oh, you race? A local short track or something of that nature, I assume?
Hold your line.
Cool. Cool. I had always wished I had been more interested in racing as a younger child, because then maybe I could have considered doing some more high-level go-karting and then maybe end up doing some racing. But fortunately, I've been relegated to video games.
Car inside.
But that's really cool. Michael McDowell!
Low. Car inside.
What was that? There's no rivals in this. Championship mode, there's no rivals here. What the frick was that? And where did that caution come from? Well, this is gonna be an overtime, folks. Green, white, checkered. Oh, that makes sense.
Ready.
That makes sense.
Steady.
So dirt tracking. Dirt track racing, I assume.
All right. Here we go.
Alright, Bragger, thanks for hanging out, man.
Stay low.
Much
Still there.
appreciated.
Car low.
Oh, Haley Deegan.
Car low both sides. Car low.
What is this? Well, we're gonna have another overtime.
Caution is out.
Also, Kevin Harvick must have been the cause of that previous caution, because he's now out of the race. Alright, take 2 of words, Aaron. Take 2 of overtime. Thank you, Aaron.
Almost ready. Nice and smooth here. Going green. Green flag.
Well, we're not going to have a good finish. That's very obvious at this point. But if we can salvage a top 30, top 25 out of this, I'll be happy. I'll be very happy. I'm just going to have to keep being aggressive on this high side here and hope that I don't screw things up like I just did. But he saved it. Saved it! Haley Deegan, what are you doing? Haley Deegan, what are you doing? Thank you. I guess the AI just don't like giving you room at Pocono. That's very strange.
Car inside.
It's very strange in my opinion.
Clear low.
Yep, this is the Cup Series. This is the 2018 Championship mode
All right.
with the 2018 DLC for NASCAR Heat 2.
Steady. Last lap.
White Flag is out, sponsored by ATF Gaming. Please subscribe to ATF Gaming. Because, why wouldn't you? Well, that's going to end the race right there, most likely.
Car underneath.
Or not. Or not.
Stay
Sorry,
high.
Tom
Stay right
Majeski,
there.
but
Clear, clear.
deal with it.
Hold the bottom. Keep it right there.
Alright, let's just try to keep the top 30, maybe get around Dylan, possibly to Benedetto, probably not, nope, definitely not. Alright, 29th after all that. Not thrilled about that at all. Yeah, I wish I had a better handling car. I probably should have adjusted the tire pressures a little bit, but whatever. Not a great race, but we got Watkins Glen to look forward to. Harvick won a stage, but ended up not finishing, as well as AJ Allmendinger, so that's not going to help his chase hopes. But who won? I missed it. Ryan Blaney won. I believe that's his first win. No worries, Conrad. I ended up starting a little earlier than I said I would. Wow, we dropped 2 spots after that. So that's a little unfortunate. But good for Ryan Blaney. He won at Pocono, actually. That's quite realistic. Quite realistic. But now we're heading off to Watkins Glen. That's my best road course. So hopefully we can have some success there. Let's just check to see where our interests are. Blaney is 14th in points, so that's good. Allmendinger is 25th, so he's still got a decent cushion. Michael McDowell's still 33rd, since we may or may not have wrecked him in the last race, excuse me. Not much. That was the first race of the day. We may or may not have accidentally wrecked Michael McDowell, but otherwise it was a pretty pathetic race. Brendan Gaughan had some run-ins with us as well. But let's head off to Watkins Glen here. I know, I'm sorry. The two guys we really care about. Oh, that's close. That's brutal. But I've always been pretty good at Watkins Glen. Out of the road courses, it's usually my best. I'm not a huge fan of Sonoma for whatever reason. I don't really have an explanation for it. And then the new ones in this game are just the new, and I'm not familiar with them. And I don't race at them enough to know. Alright, let's qualify. See if we can get a decent qualifying effort. Usually road courses we're able to have a decent effort. Oh, turn, thank you. But has anyone noticed any lag or anything? I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream. I don't think any of those people are still here, but I'm trying to record this and stream it at the same time, so if there is a little lag, be sure to tell me. Oh, okay, did I brake too late? No, I actually broke right on time. Beautiful. I'm really happy that's working out because I have a plan and it will be detailed in my channel update video tomorrow. So if you guys, I know Conrad you do already, but QM Racer, if you have a Twitch account, be sure to follow me over on Twitch because I'm going to start focusing my streaming efforts on Twitch a lot more and not as much on YouTube and Mixer anymore. So if you do have a Twitch account, be sure to follow me over there, HCF Gaming 19. Same as Mixer, so I'm gonna be. I forgot to brake. Well, so much for this qualifying effort. But yeah, I'm gonna be focusing a lot more of my efforts on Twitch. I'm still gonna be streaming on YouTube and Mixer every now and then. Usually that'll be multiplayer stuff, but most of my single player stuff is now going to be streamed on Twitch and then put up as videos on YouTube later. So be sure if you do have a Twitch account to follow me over there. I'll put a post up on YouTube about it as well. Alright, Conrad, thanks for checking. Glad that's working out. It's not taking as much CPU as I thought it would. Okay, almost flipped the car there. That curve was a little more intense than I previously anticipated. Alright, let's see if we can have a decent qualifying effort even though I completely overdrove the first corner. It's very possible that I could still have a decent effort. 31st, I'll take it. In the immortal words of me, I'll take it. Let's start the race. Try to get to the right side as soon as humanly possible, which is right now, so that we can take advantage of the huge log jam that's going to happen right now. Yeah, usually that stuff will still be on Mixer. It's just going to be, I'm going to start doing a lot of my YouTube series on Twitch. I'm going to stream them on Twitch and then put them up as videos on YouTube later. So, the Wreckfest, this series will still be on Mixer as I blow everything. Just cause a caution. Dang it. I don't even remember what happened. But that was a disaster. But yeah, that stuff, multiplayer stuff in general, will still be on all three platforms. But I'm going to be doing a lot of single player stuff on the just Twitch alone. A, because I want to build up the Twitch audience and possibly get to Twitch affiliate level at some point. So I can start making, or have the chance of making some money over there. Also, overall stream quality is going to be improved greatly. I have a few things that are actually coming in the mail today. I did not get them ready in time for this stream, but I have a few things that are coming that are really going to help my quality. I'm going to really put some effort into the Twitch side and hopefully get an affiliate over there. Paul freaking Menard.
Yellow flag, easy.
It's possible, Conrad. I'm not shutting anything off. I'm not shutting anything off. I can tell you most likely not, but I'm not shutting anything off. Also, me and Paul Menard stayed out and we're somehow first and third. I'm not quite sure how that works exactly. But we're hopefully going to win this stage. I don't think we could have made it to the end of the race by pitting there, so that's why I didn't. Also, we desperately need stage points, and I can make it from the back to the front fairly easily at this track, so not super worried about that aspect of it. So let's just try to get some stage points, get a playoff point. It did. It looks fine on my end, Conrad. Did not drop any frames, so it looks fine on my end. Might be a mixer issue. Okay. Alright, yeah, it must have been on your end, Conrad. QM Racer seems like it didn't impact him too much. Also, me and freaking Paul Menard are racing for this stage win after we literally wrecked each other before the caution.
You're hitting your mark. Great lap.
But we are en route to possibly winning the stage, or at least if we do win this, if we don't win the stage, it'll most likely be Paul Menard, and he's not much of a chase factor right now. The only problem with that is Paul Menard is currently 30th in points, and that doesn't help Michael McDowell at all. So that is the only issue with this scenario. I feel like I'm over braking for the bus stop. But I don't know. I seem to lose a lot of time going in there. The first half of this course I'm really good at. The second half, not so much. I don't really have an explanation for that. I like fast turns better than slow turns, I guess.
That was a great lap.
It was a great lap, apparently. Oh, I didn't brake enough, did I? Oh, I did. I overdrove it a little bit, but I managed to save it. We got a little wheel spin coming off, though. So here comes Paul freaking Menard. Where did you come from? Oh, I don't know. I think there's like when I'm offline. When I'm offline, it pops up a little thing that says turn on notifications. So check like right after the stream ends and it goes offline. There should be a pop-up there. Otherwise, I'm not positive. I've never turned on notifications for anybody on Twitch.
The yellow's out.
Alright, that's the end of the stage caution right there. Alright, so we're all pitting now, obviously. No repairs, 4 tires, and full load of fuel. We'll maintain the lead. I don't think we can make it to the end, however.
Stay sharp. Green's coming. They're about to throw the green.
Oh, good for you, Quarter Midget Racer.
Okay, that's the halfway mark.
It's quite impressive. Quite impressive indeed.
Car right.
Paul Menard, I'm sorry. I don't want you to have a good finish either, so I'm sorry. You spent the first half of the season finishing 39th through 40th, and that put you in this position. Somehow he managed to save it and stay in third. Also, when has Kurt Busch ever been good at road courses? Ever. Just going to ask that question. When has Kurt Busch ever been good at road courses? Same for Ryan Newman, really. Conrad, the only way that I know of doing it, and this is from somebody who doesn't have a ton of Twitch experience, is I know that when I go offline, when the stream stops, there's like a little pop-up window that says turn on notifications. That's the only way that I know it works. I'm not positive. There has to be another way. There has to be. It might be under broadcast settings. I don't know. But oh, I also hit the brakes there when I shouldn't have. He won Sonoma at one point? Alright. I wouldn't have known. But, oh, did I brake enough? Did I brake enough? Did I brake enough? Yes, I did. I'm sure if you Google it, Conrad, it'll tell you. I have to believe there'll be a relatively simple way to do it. Granted, according to John, notifications don't always end up happening, but...
The yellow's out.
Oh, thank the Lord, I forgot to brake. Alright. Pit stop. Yes. 2 tires. 1 can of fuel. 1.5 cans of fuel, just in case. Wonder what 2 tires you gave me. Because my left sides were wearing out faster than my right. You gave me right sides. Okay, that's fine, Conrad. And Conrad is now hosting me. Beautiful. I always get scared when that notification goes off. Oh my gosh. Now QM Racer is hosting me. Thank you guys so much. Much appreciated. That's the only notification that's not just in Screech besides the donations, which nobody ever donates, so I'd never hear that notification. Really didn't want to go in the second gear there. I gotta start getting used to manual transmission, because that's what I gotta use for iRacing if I ever dare do road courses in iRacing.
Yellow flag, yellow flag.
Another yellow flag, and we actually can't make it on fuel. Well, we can now with this yellow. Oh, thank the Lord there was a yellow. I didn't realize we needed a full fuel load.
Almost ready. The race is going green. Green, green.
We should be good now. 6 laps. We're good now. As long as there's not an extremely long stretch of green, white, checkered, we'll be fine. And considering I'm in the lead and don't have cars around me, that makes the likelihood of this race finishing on time much higher. Because Lord knows I'd be causing havoc in the back of the pack right now. Yeah, I figured as much. I feel like that should be a adjustable left or right side tires. Or if you want to get really stupid, front or rear tires. Nobody would ever do that, but... I never know when to brake for that corner, so I usually either overdrive it or I brake way too early. Same for that corner, honestly. Like I said, I'm much better at the front half of the track. 3 laps to go here. Yep.
Great lap.
I have noticed for most of the big turns, there's like a countdown on the side of the track, like 500, 400, 300, 200, 100. And usually, if I brake right at the 100, it ends up being pretty good. So that's what I've been doing recently, especially going into the bus stop. So I'm starting to use those, because there's 400, 300, 200, 100 brake. And it went pretty well. I could have broke maybe a little earlier, but overall pretty well. Wonder where Michael McDowell is right now. Probably in the back, knowing our luck. Because I've apparently helped Paul Menard get to the front by somehow wrecking him. Right here at the Zippo sign is usually where the braking zone is. I've never really used that kind of method when racing at road courses, because I've never really had the time to look at them, because I'm always racing other people. So I've never really had the time to look at that. See, there's 100 right there. Alright, that one didn't work as much. Where did you come from? I was a second ahead of you. Did I really mess up that corner, Kurt Busch?
Caution is out.
Okay. What was... Well, I was there, Mr. Bush. I know you don't care.
Almost ready.
And there's another rhyming with Aaron segment again.
Here's the green flag. 2 to go.
Deegan and P7. Wow, that is hard to believe.
Stay right.
But now this is going to be a really good race to the finish. Or, well, Paul Menard followed me through, so now it's us and Paul Menard in the top 2. If Paul Menard wins this race, guys, I can't be mad about that, considering all of the struggles that he had opening the season. With, like, 7 39th or 40th place finishes in a row. I cannot be mad about him winning this race. There's no way I could be mad about that. But, obviously, I want to win this race. So I'm not going to let him win. But if he does win by me being stupid, then I will not be too upset about it. Zippo sign right there. Finally found a good braking point for that corner. Again, I still think I brake too much in that corner. There's not really a good sign or anything I can brake at there. White flag is out, sponsored by the Happy Dog, because who doesn't want a happy dog? Overbroke for that corner because here comes Paul frickin' Menard. I know, I'm considering it, Conrad. I really am considering it, I promise. But Paul Menard's actually halfway decent. But you're right, I am considering it. I just don't really want to lose a race on purpose. That just doesn't seem like a fair thing to do. Now, if I screw up and he passes me, like I kind of am right now, then so be it. But I'm not going to like brake going down the front stretch so he passes me. And it looks like barring incident in this last corner, we are going to win against my better judgment, because I really do think I should have let Paul Menard win. We're going to win. How did I only get a 97 speed rating? These road courses are really picky with their speed rating. I'm on legend difficulty and I dominated this race. But whatever. I actually do want to look at a replay here. I want to see the start of this race because we had an issue here. That was my fault. I got off of the bottom. Where are we? There we are. There's so many cars of similar colors. These camera angles are actually really good. So yeah, that was all my fault right there. And then I was just attempting to cause a caution from there on out, yeah. Alright. Well, we won a stage and we won the race. Paul Menard finished second. Brendan Gaughan 11th, I noticed. See who's at the bottom. Michael McDowell 31st. Joey Logano didn't finish. Haley Deegan with a top 10. Good for her. Ty Majeski in 15th as well. Looks like a lot of people who were right around McDowell in point standing did really well, so that is not good for Michael McDowell. But that's our 5th win of the season. We move back up into 2nd. We still got Kyle Busch ahead of us. But that is good. And that's another win for the Happy Dog. Let's see the happy. There he is. Oh, so just me, did I see an Exalta logo? Yeah, and the, underneath the continue button, right by the Happy Dog. SiriusXM and Exalta. That's very interesting, actually. Yes, he did. That was his first win. I can't believe how well my computer's running while trying to record this at the same time. That is amazing. Alright, but let's just confirm to see how bad Mr. McDowell was hurt by that race. Yeah. So now he's racing Chris Buescher. Matt DiBenedetto fell out of the top 30 as well. But he is 29 points behind Buescher. 28 points behind Buescher. No, 29, sorry, I was looking at David Reagan for a second. And just to confirm, that was Blaney's first win of the year. So, now we are off to my home track of Michigan. Let's go and see if we can have a really good race here. See if we can maybe get another win. Michigan is a little challenging as far as this career mode goes, if I recall. First time we went here, we didn't do great. I believe next week's stream will be the last regular season stream. Because I set it up so if we do 3 races per stream, then we will be at Homestead. It'll be, each round is a stream basically. So the last 3 races will be next week. Round 1 will be the week after. Round 2 will be the week after that. Round 3 will be the week after that. Then we're going to do a 50% race at Homestead for the finale. So that is big. That is what is in the cards. We're going to leave the setup as is.
Go, 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 go!
So we only have maybe 5 more weeks of this, assuming that I end up doing a stream every Saturday. So only 5 more weeks of this, most likely. So really, in general, NASCAR Heat 2 is coming to an end on my channel. It really is. Career mode, we're entering the chase for almost all 3 series this week. For this, we're entering the chase after next week. So we're really close to NASCAR Heat 2 being, for the most part, done on this channel. Not going to say I'm going to completely stop it. I'll do some one-off races every now and then, but we're getting really close to finishing this up. I don't know, Conrad. It'll probably end up being kind of what the plan is all along, doing a lot of single-player stuff, but yeah, I don't really know what the plan is yet. I gotta see how, because that's still a month away, so I have time to figure this out. 38th in qualifying, not great, but the car felt really good. It's really drivable, so hopefully we can make some passes. Alright, thanks for hanging out, man. Much appreciated. I long ago uninstalled Golf at Conrad, and I'm really not interested in playing that game again. Nothing against you, Conrad, at all, but that game is frustrating, to say the least. Really, all golf games are frustrating. Come on, Carver, move forward, or get out of the way. Alright, well, I hit the wall instead, and so are you. So that's what you get for being slow. Majeski, I'm here. Majeski, I'm here. Thank you.
Stay high. Stay right there. Auto clear.
Or Saturdays might just end up being multiplayer night streams like they have been recently. That's very possible as well. I have no interest in getting PUBG. Similar to Fortnite, I really have no interest in those kind of games. I really enjoy watching them, but I really have no interest in playing them. Oh, let off way too... Oh, there's a crash in front. Crash in front. Huge crash in front. I was hoping the caution would wait a couple seconds, so I could pass a few people. I probably should have pitted there now that I think about it. I never look at the fuel mileage at the start of the race. Let's just hope that I can make it to the end of the stage. I think I can, but it's going to be close, I think. 1 lap short. Frick. I should have pitted him. We're 1 freaking lap short. Come on, game. Come the frick on, as John would say. Ah, McDowell, the 2nd race in a row you run me into a wall. Oh no, Truex is going to cause an issue. Yep, I saw that coming a mile away. Huge slowdown, huge slowdown. I'm going to try to get 4 wide with these guys here. Truex was going high and slammed down in front of Reagan, and that just created a huge slowdown. That's the thing about AI on these big tracks, 1.5 miles and up non-restricted plates. They sometimes do that where they just go like really wide. They like drifted into the turn and then just slam down without any regard for human life.
Stay high, still there.
Eric Jones also seems to be on the struggle bus up there. He's been wiggling and wobbling all the time. Well, we just passed McDowell in that whole
Hold your line. Back lap there.
Shabacle.
Stay high. Hold your line.
Oh, hi, Paul. Nice to see you again. Not in
Hold your line.
the lead anymore, obviously.
Careful.
No, I play on PS4. Unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately for me. I quite enjoy PS4, but I know a lot of people play Xbox, so I understand.
Back lap there.
Paul Menard is positive. Paul confirmed. I don't even know how to respond to that. I was trying to think of a funny thing to say in response to that, but I got nothing. I got nothing.
That was a great lap.
Come on, Ty. Let's
Still there.
get going. Or I can push you up the track and make you 3 wide. That works too. Truex is just kind of a one-man wrecking machine here. He slowed up Jones, and that's going to cost Jones dearly here.
All right.
That might... No, that didn't cause a caution. I was kind of hoping it would cause a caution, because that would have taken much of the fuel strategy out of it. Because we all have to pit. And we all know how green flag pitting and me in this game work. It doesn't, essentially. Wait, now we're good on fuel. What? Have we saved fuel somehow? I don't know. Alright, we're good on fuel now.
Keep it right.
Whatever. Oh yeah, I didn't read much into the ARCA race last night. I saw there was a really good finish, but I really didn't read much into it. So, good to hear that everybody is okay if there was a big wreck. I didn't watch it. I was at work when it happened, so... There's some smoke up here that looked like somebody trying to get on the pit road.
You're hitting your mark. Great lap.
Oh, they'll find a sponsor somewhere.
Hold your line.
Now that they've announced it. I mean, you saw what happened at Phoenix with all those people hopping on board, so they'll find a sponsor somewhere. Not concerned about that. However, not associated with that. It looks like everybody's setting up to pit, which may be really good for me. But I think we can make it to the end. We might run out of fuel on the last lap, but I think we can run out of fuel in a spot that'll make it easy for us to make it to the end. And we've basically signed our fate letter now because we can't pit within 2 to go. So us and Clint Boyer are kind of stuck out here on our own.
You're low on fuel.
So I'm going to see when it turns to 1. If it's somewhere along the back stretch going down to turn 3, I can deal with that. I can deal with that. There's Kevin Harvick. If I can lap him, that would be incredibly beneficial. Okay, the stage ended under caution. So we did not lap anybody else. David Reagan and Michael McDowell got stage points as well, so that's cool. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to lap anybody. I have a feeling that was some shenanigans getting on the pit road. But obviously, we need to pit. Might as well repair since we're going to be in the back anyway. Did we manage to lap some people? Or did a bunch of people pit again? I don't know.
Low, low.
I don't know. Poor Morgan. Not really. He was just gonna... He wasn't gonna finish the race anyway. He wasn't gonna try anyway, so I don't really feel bad. Ty Dillon, what are you doing? Anyway, somehow we didn't fall all the way to the back there. I'm not really sure how that worked exactly. We might have trapped some people to lap down somehow. I don't think we really did, but whatever. Meanwhile, I'm going to run this groove that nobody uses. Kyle Larson lane for the win.
Still there.
much rather be on the bottom with drafting help, but I gotta run and I want to take advantage of it. Give me room, Ty. Give me room, please. Ty Dillon, give me room. You have plenty of room. I know you had a car underneath, but there was still plenty of room there. Conrad, I think it stays with you because I purchased The Greatest Showman from YouTube and a couple weeks ago, and it's still in my purchase tab. So I don't know. I'm assuming that it stays with you. If it says buy instead of rent, I have to assume it's going to stay with you. I'm not going to purposely wreck McMurray. It's been a couple races since we've had any issues with him. Plus, he's suffered enough after everything that happened at Talladega. So we are going to have to pit again in this stage. That's a foregone conclusion. People who came in before the caution will have to pit maybe a lap or two earlier. I'm still not sure how exactly we didn't drop to the back of the field there, but I really don't understand. Oh, what the frick!
Yellow flag, easy.
Oh, that gave me a heart attack. What was that, people? Also, Darrell frickin' Wallace is leading. I'm pitting. Oh my god, this scared the crap out of me. Oh my god. Okay.
Stay sharp. Green's coming. Nice smooth here.
Basically, what I believe it, what I think, if I recall correctly, it'll appear under your playlist tab. It'll be something called purchases, and all of your purchases will be in one place. Like, I know this doesn't qualify for me, but under the purchases, it will also show you who you're sponsoring. Like, you can do sponsors on YouTube. I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet, so you can't do that for me. But sponsors, it will all show up under your purchases tab. Yeah, I was wondering, does like Jack Roush have a new TV show going on or something? Also, we're good on fuel now? Yes, we are. So we do not want a caution. Because then us, Darrell Wallace, oh, who else was there? I don't know. I wouldn't mind Darrell Wallace winning either. We're going to make it 4, maybe 5 wide. Room, please. I really don't think that was his fault, though, Carbra. But yeah, I believe it just shows up in your playlist tab on the side. Like you have your, it's like the home, the subscription, and then underneath it is playlist, and then underneath that is your subscriptions. I think that's where it shows up.
Easy. Hold your line. Bottom clear.
Well, we've got 2 Roush guys fighting for it. We're going to take advantage of it by going low. Again, we do not want a caution, so we need to race as clean as humanly possible. Because a caution will still be fine. We'll still end up cycling out in front, but we will not have a lap advantage over the field. Or at least I assume so. I don't know how many people we would be able to trap a lap down, but I would assume we'd be able to trap a decent amount. Do I want to make it 4 wide? No. But I am anyway. Oh, there's a crash ahead. That looks like Michael McDowell.
Still there.
No, it's not. Everybody saved it. Everybody saved it. No caution, no caution, no caution. And it was Joey Logano. Dang it! How did that end the stage? How did that end the stage? What? Well, crap. That throws everything out the window. I gotta pit. I have to pit.
Stay sharp. Green's coming. Okay, be smart out there. Going green. Green flag. Carlos.
How did that end the stage?
Hold your line.
There were still at least 5 laps to go on the stage.
Carlos. Clear, clear.
This game is so inconsistent.
Carlos.
Also, I felt like we had to pit there because we have 7 laps of fuel, and I think a full tank is 14 laps of fuel, possibly.
Clear down low.
And we had 25 laps to go, so we would not have been able to make it, even with shutting off 2 laps under caution.
Hold your line.
Well, no, it's like 10 laps to go, so I'm really glad we pitted there, because there was no way we would have made it on 1 stop. So I think that caution might have screwed Darrell Wallace and Kevin Harvick up big time. Also, it looks like there might be another incident happening right now. Oh, I'm going to shove Allmendinger through. Nope, that didn't work at all. Why are you stopping Allmendinger? Allmendinger just continued to stop. I was trying to push him through that incident, and he braked. It was like his engine died or something. He broke. I was trying to push Allmendinger through that whole situation. Well, now we're back on the Harvick, Wallace, Hamlin, and Gilliland strategy. No, I understand. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, but again, I'm no YouTube aficionado. John basically invented YouTube, you know, so.
Car there.
Alright, so let's try to do some math here. 10 laps.
Hold your line.
So, I guess the question is, can the people who pitted with me the first time make it on 1 more stop? This is all if it goes green, which I highly doubt it will. Can they make it on 1 more stop? We can make it on 1 more stop, no doubt, the 4 of us. But can the people who pitted with me at the stage break make it on 1 more stop? That is the major question here. Of course, if that's if it goes green, like I said, and that's very unlikely to happen, considering what I have seen demonstrated by the AI this evening, or this afternoon, excuse me, and also my own stupidity has an impact on that as well. But there's a wreck up ahead.
Car inside.
Really?
Caution, caution, caution. Watch for debris.
That was, who was that ran into me? Really? And nobody's pitting. Well, we're going to for repairs, but Kyle Larson pitted. I'm sorry, I know it was Brendan Gaughan. I'm sorry.
Stay sharp. Green's coming. Nice and smooth here. Going green.
Why has this been so miserable? I need to know why it's so miserable. I'm sorry, Conrad. I've wrecked everybody in this field at some point. And to be fair, Brendan Gaughan has wrecked me so many times. You have to understand how many times Brendan Gaughan has actually wrecked me.
Hold your line.
We had an incident at Pocono before you got here.
Hold your line.
Oh, there's more smoke coming up. This is a 4x4 freight train, basically.
Easy.
A
Hold your line.
moving parking lot, as my dad would say. That was how my dad first described plate racing to me, as a moving parking lot.
Stay right there. Hold your line.
Oh, Ty Dillon, what are you doing?
Clear high.
Alright, so everybody's gonna have one more stop, so at this rate, strategy's out the window. We just need to fight for our lives. Also, I see Michael McDowell up there. Michael McDowell is having a really good finish. Cole Witt's up here, David Reagan's up here. Michael McDowell also had stage points. So, excuse me.
Car there.
So they're all doing well.
Car low. You're all clear. Car inside.
My pick for the Xfinity race, I have no idea.
Pin to go. Pin to go.
Oh no, do not wreck yourself, Aaron.
Right there. Car low.
I have no clue who to pick for the Xfinity race. Alright. Oh, that was Alex Bowman spinning out the cause of caution. We're going to pit 2 tires, 1 can of fuel. That'll improve our... How did that not improve our position?
Almost ready.
So you're telling me the people who were just about to pit because they ran out of fuel only took 2 tires and 1 can of gas? No, I don't think so. But as far as predictions for the Xfinity race, I have no idea. I predict it's going to be an absolute wreckfest.
Car high.
No pun intended, because no cup drivers usually means it's just going to be a disaster at plate racing. Out of all the tracks for them to do a Dash for Cash event, I don't think Talladega would have been a wise choice.
Stay right there.
Also, I do believe, at least as we talked last night, the plan is to do Rocket League tonight. I don't know if that plan holds true. I'm not a fan of that plan. More rhyming with Aaron. Trying so hard not to wreck Michael McDowell right now. But I do believe the plan is Rocket League tonight.
Low. Low. Car inside.
Did it now. That's very strange, Conrad. Oh, Paul, what are you doing, man? Paul.
Clear low.
Well, the plan was to do F1 last night, but then Taco became available. So, I want to do F1 this weekend because they're racing at Argy Bargy Bars tomorrow morning. So I really wanted to do an F1 race before then, but. Oh, at Daytona, at Talladega? I keep thinking this is Daytona. At Talladega, blowing a tire in qualifying, single car qualifying? That's insane. What is Blaney doing? Blaney, YRB, come on, man. Alright, so we're slowly making our way towards the front here. The problem is we only have 4 laps to go. So those front 3 are pretty well gone. But I do think I can possibly get into a top 5 if I keep being smart about this and we stay green. Yeah, that's possible. Or that the air pressures were just really low for some reason and the car was bouncing and then it must have caused a tire rub or something. That's possible as well. William Byron, how dare you not give me draft? There we go. He heard my rage incoming, so he came back up. Also, thought I was clear. I wasn't. Right rear out of all tires. That's also a very strange tire to blow. But that would explain why he didn't hit the wall. Right rear tires blowing, usually you end up spinning to the left. So, I'll have to check that out. I knew I was going to be streaming over qualifying today, so I knew I would end up missing that. But I felt like single car qualifying at Talladega usually not that interesting. And usually I'm right about that, but this appears to be the one time. Also, that's Ricky Stenhouse Jr. going 3 wide and losing spots. Also, I'm not gaining positions as fast as I had previously anticipated. So now it's going to be a fight for a top 10, which, considering the crap that we've had to go through thus far, is quite good, but still. I'm just going to kind of stay in Byron's draft here. He says as he leaves Byron's draft. Alright, got the draft. I'm going to go underneath Byron, possibly Stenhouse as well. No, we're back out. We're back out. White flag is out, sponsored by Collinrad. Okay, let's get a draft on Stenhouse, please. I want to move up. How did we get in the top 10? Who? Did somebody break? Yeah, somebody broke. Suarez broke. And we're going to finish 7th. Suarez broke on the last lap and slowed up that entire inside line. Oh my gosh. I saw it happening because what happens is once an AI blows an engine, they immediately fall off the leaderboard. And I was in 9th, but I had just passed Byron for 10th. So I knew there was an issue there. Or I had just passed Stenhouse for 10th. So I should have been in 10th, but it was in 9th, so I saw that happen. But a 7th place finish, considering some of the unlucky pit strategy issues we had. I'll take it. Kurt Busch wins again. That's his 3rd win of the season. Michael McDowell 20th. So that'll be a good finish for him. Newman and Suarez finish a lap down. I don't think that's very fair to Suarez because he was running coming out of the final corner. And had he probably could have had a decent finish. But Austin Dillon 2nd as well. Casey Kane 4th. All good finishes for those people. Still 2nd in points. Still 2nd in points. But that is Kurt Busch's 3rd win of the season. So that is really substantial for him. So, next stream, we got the final 3 races of the regular season. Which are... God, that scared me. Tide Capybara, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. That scared the crap out of me. That scared the crap out of me. Wasn't expecting that. Okay. Alright, so we got Bristol, Darlington, and Indianapolis, the final regular season races next stream. And then we will start round 1, which is Las Vegas, Richmond, and Charlotte Roval. First time I've looked at the Charlotte Roval since the since that video I put out when it first came out. But welcome, Tide Capybara. Much appreciated for the follow. Unfortunately, you arrived right at the end of the stream. So sorry. But let's just see. There's Kurt Busch's, yep, 3rd win of the season for him. Allmendinger 26th in points. McDowell's still 33rd. But he's only 20 points behind Buescher now. So he's getting close. We got to keep an eye on that fight. If we can get McDowell into the chase... Right now, that would eliminate Darrell Wallace Jr. So there's the chase roster with 3 races to go. Right now, there are still 6 spots open. So there will for sure be at least 3 point getters in. So it looks like Kyle Busch has not won a race. He's the points leader and has not won a race. That's quite interesting. But that's going to be it for today, guys. Hope you guys all enjoyed this stream. Hope you guys go and enjoy the Xfinity race after this. Should be starting in an hour or so. I'm sure pre-race coverage already has, as usual. But be sure to check out my channel update video on YouTube tomorrow to detail some changes that are coming. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more content from ATF Gaming, be sure to hit that red subscribe button. It really means a lot to me, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.